What is up, everybody? Welcome back to D-Train Games and Deer Hunting Camp. Guys, I have been looking forward to this one. I have been working for days, building, rebuilding, adjusting maps, and I have not got any of them to work until this one. This one finally is working the way that I want it to, and I'm finally going to get to do a deer hunt on this map. Before we get to that, though, let me go ahead and show you guys what the map looks like. As you guys can see, I have created a river map, so there is a river going through the right side of the map. We've also got a food plot on the left side, and as you guys can tell, I've got plenty of deer trails, plenty of animal sign. The only thing I can't get is bedding areas. I was trying to get the bedding areas to be on both sides of the river down there in those little brown areas where you see the trails crossing. Unfortunately, the game just won't populate those. Let's get out there, try to figure out where we're going to put our trail cameras, and see if we can't get some trophies today. Well, this is already promising news. I just placed my first trail camera, and we've already got a buck out here walking around. He looks like a little forky, but I'm extremely excited for this. It's looking really, really good. Also, the 200 rack, the new 13-pointer with the drop tine, and a bunch of other medium-sized deer have also been added to the game. So if you guys play on PlayStation, there's a lot more trophies now that we can pursue. All right, our next trail camera is going to go right here. This is on the opposing side of the river. So as you guys can see, our first one was on that end. Our second one's going to be on this end, looking back towards that direction. That way, if we have a big buck down here and can't really see it from that camera, this one should do the trick. All right, we are now up here towards the top of the road, and as we can see, there is a scrape here and a trail there. So I believe the next place I'm going to put a trail camera is actually going to be right over here. That way we can keep an eye on this trail and on that rub. That right there should be about perfect. And our final trail cam is going to go right here overlooking this trail. As you all can see, we are just up ahead of the last trail camera that we placed. So let's head on to the food plot and try to figure out where to put our tree stand. Well, with a view like this, I am pretty sure this is where I'm going to do my deer hunting. You get a really good look at the river down in there. I'm sure I'll be able to see some deer walking across it. And then we've also got a trail that's coming out down there, like right in the corner of the field. So we'll have a good look at what's going to come out down there. And I believe that the caller can actually be heard across this field. So hopefully we'll be able to drag some animals over to us if they're over there. We've already got a doe walking across. Guys, I am pretty sure this is going to be great. Let's head on to the deer season and see what we can't get. Okay, so we've made it into the stand for our opening morning of deer season. I am so ready for this. You have no idea how hard it's been to get a map to actually work. I have probably built 4 to 5 maps and been rebuilding them and designing them over and over again to get them to work. So to finally have a functioning map, it's just incredible. Hopefully we'll get something off of here today. That's a nice buck. That's one of the new ones there, I believe. If only we had the rifle right now. Oh, he may be turning around. But I don't see anything else in my immediate area that's as big as he is. So we're definitely going to take him as long as he gives me a good shot. And there we go. All right. First buck off the property is a nice 8-point, looks like. Aimed a little high, but I knew I could make that shot. It's one of the new bucks. Very, very happy to get him. Looks like it was a perfect spine shot, dude. Right through the backbone. All right. Let's go get the car and bring this boy back. That is absolutely beautiful, man. Go ahead and hang this bad boy up. First deer off the new property. Looks like he's going to be about 160 pounds and 138. That is one of the new racks, guys. I am so happy with that. But let's move on to the next day. Hopefully we'll get a monster today before it all ends. Before we get into the animals that show up, though, I wanted to go ahead and let you all know that that was actually an unintentional shot a few minutes ago. I didn't actually intend on making a spine shot on that thing. I thought that buck was a little bit further away than what he was. And in this game, there's some pretty nasty bullet drop on here and arrow drop. So that's the reason why I aimed high, is I figured that he was actually further away from me than he was. I'll have to keep an eye on that from now on. But let's go ahead and move on to the action and see what else showed up today. Oh, it's a buck. Oh, it's a bruiser. That's the non-typical. Oh my goodness, that's the non-typical. I didn't even notice until I started running. Oh my gosh. I just saw that he was a huge buck and I had to shoot him really quick because that was like a good opportunity. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Oh, mama. Come to me, you beautiful animal. Oh, man, this is the one buck I wanted out of any of them. The drop time 13 pointer. Let's go. And it's on my own map, too. I could not be happier if I tried. Oh my gosh, I am actually kind of emotional right now. It's taken me so long to build a map, and I got this bruiser off of it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go get the car and get this guy on the scale. That is amazing. Oh, dude, I'm so happy right now. I am so happy right now. Oh man, there he is. The brand new, non-typical. I am so happy. Apparently he's not close enough to the vehicle, but I don't care. I'll drag him more. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. I cannot wait for the trophy lodges to come to the game, which they are coming, guys. Oh, he is a brute. For the second deer of the day, I cannot be happier. Oh my gosh. You guys have no idea. It has been days, IRL, making new maps. I have made probably 4 different maps and none of them worked. And then this one was the one I was wanting to make more of any of them, was have a map with a river in it. And it has taken me probably 3 hours to design this map. And it actually came back as a fully functional map, and I'm honestly a little bit emotional because of how well it's working. My goodness, that is a brute of a buck. Oh, wow. Let's get him on the weigh scale. Gorgeous 13-point non-typical with the drop time. And he's going to come in at 219 pounds and 167 as a score. That is gorgeous. Today is going better than I expected. All right, time to move on to the rut. Well, here we are about halfway through the opening day of the rut. There's only been one really nice buck that showed up so far. He was out there at the very edge of the field early in the morning, and he was walking up that direction. And I don't think any of you would have been able to see him if I recorded it, because it was still like very, very dark. So I just didn't record seeing him, but hopefully he'll come back. Unfortunately, the rest of that day went without incidents. We did see a couple little forkies, but unfortunately the big buck did not return, and we did not have any other shots. The little forkies stayed too far away, or they were too obscured to be able to get a shot at them, so we did have to go a day without a deer. Hopefully today will be a little bit different. There we go. Come on. I believe we're going to get him. I think he just fell. I think he just fell. That was a nice buck. That was a lot bigger than what I thought he was. Oh boy, today just keeps on delivering. That is a brute. Yeah, I'd say DTG River is definitely a success. This is incredible. I am absolutely just loving my time on my creative map today. We only have one day that ended up being a bust, but the other 3 has been amazing. I am absolutely loving this today. Let's go get the car again. Alright, as we bring bruiser number 3 to the lodge, let's see what he scores. This is incredible. It's been such a great day, man. He's going to come in at 175, and he's going to score a 173. That is gorgeous. My record is still 186, so hopefully we get to beat that soon. Let's keep the ball rolling. We got 2 more hunting days left for the rifle season in the wintertime. Hopefully it'll just keep on rolling. Alright guys, unfortunately the only buck that I've seen so far was a pretty nice 8-pointer really early in the morning. Unfortunately I encountered a bug while I was trying to call him in. I just want to let you guys be aware that if you try to use the collar and then you try to use it again as soon as the animation cancels, the bug can occur. and it basically disables your collar for the remainder of the hunt. So, unfortunately, as you guys can see, I do have the collar selected, and I'm hitting square, and unfortunately, nothing is happening. So, if the developer sees this, or if you guys know how to get in touch with the developer, please let them know, because this is a major bug. And if you guys happen to use the collar, just make sure that you call, and then wait about 2 seconds after the animation ends before calling again to help prevent this. But I just wanted to let you guys be aware of that. Let's get back to the action. Oh my goodness, what a shot! So we're almost out of time, and I decided to come down here and still hunt the river, and we ended up getting a doe off of the river. That is incredible, and I got her while running. That's my first running shot on the game. I don't know where I hit her, but I need to go get the ATV because we're nearly out of time. That was incredible. I can't believe that just happened. So apparently, if it's a buck, it gives you extra time, but if you shoot a doe, it counts as your time running out. That is very unfortunate. So that's going to force us to have 2 days now without an animal killed. That's pretty gutting. I mean, all we can do now is move on to to our final hunt. Hopefully, it works out. Okay, guys, we're going to try something pretty risky now. I've been noticing every single morning that deer have been just walking up and down this river, and only some of them will come to the food plot. So I think what I'm going to do is just hunt the river and just still hunt, and hopefully we'll end up getting a trophy this way. Alright guys, unfortunately I have searched and cannot find that deer or any blood. So I'm going to go ahead and say that the game's bullet drop is what saved that deer. I think that I barely clipped either this log, this right about right here is where he was standing. And I'm thinking that I either clipped this log or it hit the ground in front of him. Because that looked like it should have been on the money to me, but there is no blood or anything around here, so I'm pretty sure I missed. Hopefully that won't be our last opportunity today. I'm just going to go and get back into position and keep an eye out, and I'll let you guys see if anything else happens, but that is just gutting. Alright, so unfortunately, we hunted out the rest of that day and nothing even showed back up. As always, I do believe that the archery season is the only season where you can shoot your weapon and the animals will return. As every time that I've shot and missed or made a bad shot on the gun seasons, I've never seen anything come back, no matter how early in the day that it was. But either way, guys, my impressions on my map is that it was a lot of fun. I think that it's a very successful map. I'm very proud of it. We definitely got some good trophies today. We also had some disappointing moments as well. I think what I'm going to take away from this is that I need to have two different stands in my property. One stand to hunt my river during the rifle season, and then I think that I need to shrink my food plot down just a little bit, and then keep that stand there for the bow season. But either way, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button for me. That way, it lets me know that you want to see more of this. I'll see you guys in the next live stream on Tuesday. Hope you guys have a outstanding day, and I'll talk to you later.